5 months in Belgium. Let's go. I always start my videos off starting on the 20th of every month because I came to Belgium the 20th of August. That's why last video I ended right before Christmas, is because it was the 20th and I didn't know if I should have added Christmas or not into that last video. But we get to talk about it right now. The way my first host family did Christmas is that everybody would get one person secretly by pulling their name out of a basket and get them a gift that's under $50. Now, if you remember my last video, I mentioned I went to Germany to the market and I bought a few gifts. One of those gifts was for the person I got for Christmas. The gifts that I got was some gloves, socks, and a scarf. And this is technically my first scarf ever, and it's for my host grandma, and I really appreciate it. It looks really good. Throughout the dinner, there's just a bunch of talking, a bunch of messing around, and a bunch of laughter, and it felt great. I know a lot of exchange students feel homesick during Christmas because they can't go home and they shouldn't talk to their family, but I felt welcomed. I felt like I was part of the family too, which all of them are amazing. For Christmas Eve every year in America, I would go back to my grandparents' house and we just celebrate all together. So the 24th, I did call my grandparents to say hello, and no, you're not supposed to call, but I felt fine. I didn't really feel homesick. It was just really good to catch up with them and to have them see me and how well I'm doing here. Here's the Christmas tree that we built in my first family's house. We built it the 8th of December, but I just wanted to add it because I did, I think, a cool transition thingy. So, washow. Last video, I mentioned I went to Brussels before going to Namur for the Thanksgiving meal. This time, I went to Brussels again with my first host family, and we did a lot more things. We went to the Grand Place to see the building once again, but with like a giant Christmas tree. I don't know if I had a Christmas tree before, I really don't remember. And we went to the Wolf Street, or the Wolf something. I think it's just the Wolf, honestly. Which is kind of funny, but it just had a bunch of different restaurants of like different cultures, and that was kind of cool to see. I saw 2 different types of statues. The mannequin Piss, which is very famous in Belgium, and then another statue that, like, I don't even know what it's called. It's just in a random alleyway. We walked down the alleyway of all the expensive stores, like Rolex. I saw a Rolex watch that was like $55,000. I was like, who's buying that? Walking down, I saw the giant apple on top of the museum for Magritte, the Belgian painter. It's very famous for all his work. There was a cool building in Belgium in Brussels that was like interesting architecture. It was really cool. Like, one of the bigger things is the Tomium. Very famous in Belgium. We got to climb it this time, and we went into like the different balls that were there. There was a disco party in one of them. I don't know what that was about. Go ahead, have a disco party, but in one of the atoms. Nice, dude. Learned about the history of the Tomium and how it came to be, and the help of Americans and the help of just a bunch of different countries. Saw some great views. Brussels is very pretty at night, I think. So it was really cool to see from the Atomium itself, to see the view out there. Now this was the 30th, so right before literally New Year's Eve, and I went to a party with my host brother and some of his friends. At home, the tradition is my family goes out to brunch. It's not really like a party thing, and I'm not really much of a party person anyways, but there is one photo that I would say describes the night. Now the mystery, the super secret mystery is, why am I in a different room? Now, I'll answer that for you. It's because I changed families. Jesse. I changed families the 2nd of January, so right after the big New Year's Eve party. And it was cool because it snowed the day that I changed, and it wasn't snowing the day before, so I saw it kind of like a sign. But then again, it did snow a lot throughout the month of January, so I don't know if it was really a sign. But to me it was. Okay, thanks. The first night, getting settled in, one of my host brothers, because I got three host brothers before. It's crazy to me because I have one sister at home, and in each of my host families, I have at least one host brother. So, very different experience, let's just say that. But one of them helped me move in. He was trying to say like, where should I put this? Where should I put that? Give me a tour of the house again, because I already had a tour, because we did a dinner with them a few weeks before I moved in. This time with this family, I wanted to set some like ideas or standards that I had of like, I kind of am anxious sometimes, and it's better if you're more patient with me with the French speaking, and they have been this whole time. And a lot of people are. It's just sometimes with my anxiety of being like, oh, they're not gonna want to repeat it multiple times because they get annoyed that I didn't understand it the first time. But really, that's usually like never the case. The host brothers are very funny. I don't know if they're ever gonna watch these videos, but if they do, you guys are pretty funny. I'm supposed to be speaking English with some of them. The parents want the kids to speak English. It's been on and off, but it's funny when they do speak English, and when I speak French, they laugh too because of my accent. But it was hard to move in because the day next, I had to go on a Rotary event. Going on this Rotary event, I mean, we went to Bruges, which is really cool, and I think it's one of the first times that I've gone to the Flanders part of Belgium. I've kind of normally just stayed in the Wallonie area. But since it's in January, it's freaking cold, right? It literally snowed in the station for the train, and like, what? I'm not built for that. I live in California. Going to Bruges was pretty cool. We saw a bunch of different castle stuff, and there's still the Christmas market going on, even though it's the 3rd of January. I don't know why the Christmas market was going on, but it was still happening. It was kind of just a cultural event to see the city, because we didn't really do big activities like going to a museum or something specific like that. It was literally just travel around and see how pretty the city was, and it is a very, very pretty city. What we did is we split into groups, and we just walked around with our chaperones, and we each had 2 chaperones in a group of 10, 20 kids, something like that. It was kind of funny because it was raining, and they had like a paper map because they were kind of old, so they didn't know how to use their phones, I think, to do the mapping. And when it was raining, the map started like disintegrating, literally just falling into pieces. And it was funny because we got lost. And it wasn't kind of lost like we're miles away. I mean, we were probably like 300 meters away. But even the fact that they didn't know where we were going kind of was like, should you be doing this? Like, should you actually be the one leading? And not to be like rude, my friend and I helped them out to like figure out where we needed to go. As we went into like a village type of deal, and we saw a cool church with just a bunch of houses that were around it. That was kind of cool. It was very pretty. It was a very pretty property, except for like the roads were kind of destroyed, or like their pebble stuff, and kind of hurt my feet to walk on. Saw this sick ass puppet master dude just going crazy on the street. I went to the movie theaters in Brussels after coming back from Bruges with my host family. We went to go see Now You See Me 3, and it was in French, of course. I mean, because they don't speak English fluently, and like it'd be weird if it was in English, I think. But I understood a pretty good amount of what was happening. The whole series is just a great set of films, honestly. I like all of them. So seeing Now You See Me 3 in French was kind of like a new experience. The second thing was that there were like 10 flies just on the screen. Just imagine a bunch of different blurs just along the screen, and you wouldn't be able to see my amazing, handsome face. Like, that would be devastating. But going to the theaters, seeing how different it is compared to theaters in America, because the building's more built up with all the theaters instead of like where I go, it's just more flat because there's more area to build it on. But it was cool to go up because it's like a spiral thing going up to like where we needed to go to the theater instead of like just different hallways. So that was kind of cool. I did like it, and I saw a great view of the Atomium from where we were while it was snowing, and it was icy. It wasn't like snow, it was like snow icy. Like I could slide across the whole street. A little bit of an exaggeration, but you get what I mean. It snowed so much during the month of January, I feel, that I literally got to go sledding with my host brothers. Like, their backyard is set up where there's like a hill. We went sledding on the hill. Simple as that. Freaking cool too, because like the only times I've gone snowing is in the mountains. Like sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. It really depends. Half the time it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work, but it didn't work and I just fell on my butt or back. But other times it did work and we'd go down a hill and it's pretty fast. My legs were sore, so going up the hill was like the worst part, you know. There's sacrifices to having fun. There also was at a point where like it's such a long downhill that you pick up speed and there wasn't really any way to stop. Like I dug my gloves into the ground and I couldn't stop. And there's just like a bunch of thorn bushes and like a wire at the bottom to tell you did not go past it. That I got like tangled in it almost and then I ran into the bushes. So another cool thing, I went to Charleroi to go see a soccer game. Now, if you don't know, I don't know why you would know, but if you don't know, my host family is big into soccer and their favorite team right now is Charleroi for my second host family. So we got to go see a game for one of their birthdays and it's a soccer game, that's for sure. The stadium's awesome. The ambiance is incredible with all the screaming and the drums and the chants and stuff. And there's a lot of chants for it. The game was like incredible because I got to see them beat the number 2 team, I believe, 2-0, and I recorded one of the penalty kicks. At the end, when they won, they like light off some like sparkers and stuff. Smokers? I don't even know what you call them. Literally the whole stadium was just red and white. Like I couldn't see 5 feet in front of me. I'm like, what is this? Is this part of this ambiance? Is incredible. Now, to slow everything down, I went on a walk with my host dad because it was nice outside. With Yuzu, of course, the dog that they have here, and Yuzu is hilarious. He picks up any stick, no matter what size. If it's double the size of his body, he'll pick it up and he'll just bring it to you. And he'll try to walk past you with a stick that covers like the whole path. So you gotta like hurdle over it or like get out of the way, or he's gonna hit you in the back of the leg with the stick. And my host dad showed me Yuzu's hunting skills of get on the stick, throw the stick, Yuzu will find it, which is cool. It was funny, but because it's like, whoa, okay. But then again, Sabine, my dog, does the same thing, so I guess it makes sense. Saw a lot of pretty views, saw a random house in the middle of the forest for fishing, and then scary thing was like there was a bird feeder, and from a distance it looked like a person just standing there. And when we got closer, I was like, we're dead. We're literally just dead. We're all cooked. Like this is the end of my life. But as you see, it's a bird feeder and nothing more. So that's cool. Talking about homesickness, there's really not much of homesickness that is going on. I called my family with my host family behind, and they tried speaking English, and my mom tried speaking French, and it was hilarious. And I really do like it when she tries, even if we give her a bunch of crap for it. It is really cool to see her try. And I love how free-spirited she is. So it was just funny to see their interactions, and it was cool. And I was translating between them, and I felt like, whoa, I'm actually doing this right now. Like, what? I'm actually kind of being a translator. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And I think that's like one of the end goals is when my parents come to visit, that I'll be like a translator for them, and I could get them anywhere and have them talk to anyone. So not really homesickness. I'm just having fun here. Like, it's just a great experience for me. Recording this will be already a month here, and I can tell they are very supportive and very kind. and we do play board games. I've played a lot more board games here than I've played in a while, and it's really cool. I've also learned some new ones, because why not? Thank you guys for watching. If there's anything that you want to see in the next video, just let me know. I'll try to integrate it. If there's any different editing styles that you want to see, I'll try my best, because editing is kind of a pain. But it is really cool to do these videos and have people support me in it. See you in the next one. Yo, I'm on ice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but like hit a dance move or something. Oh yeah, nice skating. So many kids are falling around me, oh my god. I've only fallen once. Got epilepsy or whatever it's called here, like you might be cooked. It's pretty cool though. It is pretty cool.